Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel AI Stories by Anjali. In today's video, we are going to discuss the application using agents. So, in the last week, we have discussed about the basics of generative AI agents, right? And we also discussed some of the agents protocols, right? So this week we will be seeing an application, and this will be a series of videos, and I don't know like how many parts like it would take, but I would like to explain as clear as I can. Okay, so before that, I would like to thank all my subscribers who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, and also requesting to the new watchers to please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel AI Stories by Anjali, and also please tap the bell icon for the latest notifications. So today we'll be seeing the application using the agents. So most of you have idea, like if you have an IT experience, you must have an idea of how you can create a project, how you can develop a project, right? And those who haven't have any idea about IT experience, so I will explain a few important things that you need to remember, so that it can be useful for you when you go to the corporate world. You can easily understand what they are doing. So in normal, in general, we will be having different use cases in an organization that where we are working, and based on the use case that we are working, we will be developing different types of applications for that use case. And for developing the application, you need to have a set of skills as well as the technologies as well as the software that is installed in your system, and also you need to know some of the basic commands. So all these things comes together a project deliverable. So most of you have an idea about GitHub. So those who haven't have an idea about GitHub, I will tell a simple introduction to GitHub. So GitHub is nothing but a software, like not a software, just like a system, like where you can store your code, you can push your code, you can do all your things, and simply store in the GitHub. So for doing that, you will be using some version control softwares, and one such famous is like Git. Okay, so this application, like I have found in the online, and this is one of the very good repository that where they explain each and everything with respect to agents, and also they have a clear readme.md file where they can easily understand, where they can easily represent each and every software, what they used, what the tools they used, and why we are developing this. So that's the reason that I am showing this as an application for understanding of agents. Like as usual, like we have seen so many applications in our channel with respect to the generative AI, right? So this is one such good example where you can take this code and you can reuse that and develop a customized application. And it is an MIT license project, so where you have free use of softwares and all, so no need to worry about anything, any copyright issues or any licensing issues. And one more thing that I want to discuss is some of the like I think only one person commented. So he commented like this, like when I'm explaining, like he could not able to understand some terminology, so he asked me like to explain more clearly about that. Of course I understand that, because most of you don't have any idea experience and they don't know some terminology. I accept that, but the thing is like I have explained most of the terminology in the introductory videos. For example, if there is three parts for a video, like try to see first part 1 and then come to part 2 and then part 3. Don't go directly to the part 3, because if you have experience, then go, then it's up to you. But if you are not having, or if you don't have any basic idea about that particular topic, just go and check it out part 1, because I will be explaining most of the terms in the part 1 itself. Okay, and of course I will try to make more clear and more easily available for you all about the terms, and definitely I will take that comment and try to improve myself. Okay, the next thing that I want to share is for any person, like for any IT person who is going to develop a project, or any person who is already in the field, we need to have some basic idea about some of the terms. Okay, so I will be explaining those terms in today's video, and also how you can clone the project and what we are going to do. Okay, only these three things we will discuss in this part 1, and then we will discuss the next in the part 2 and so on. Okay, So in most of the projects, the thing that we need to understand is any project consists of a front end, a back end, a database. So these three are the main concepts of any project. Okay, so front end means the UI part, that means the interface, what we are seeing, what we are interacting. So that is the thing, is called front end. Okay, and the back end, so back end is nothing but the internal working of an application, the software. Okay, so for example, you are developing an application for making a online transaction. So that entire working of an online transaction, that code is written as a back end code. Okay, so that is the difference between front end and back end. And there is a database. So database is nothing but where we will store the data, where we will retrieve the data, how you will connect that database into your front end, like into your system. Okay, so this is what you need to understand. Okay, so similarly for any project, these are the main things, like not project, basically for a software. Okay, so this application basically consists of using of agents, how you can develop a project, what is the simple way of doing a project using agents. Okay, so this is one of the very good repository. Okay, so basically we will see a backend code, a router code, a master agents, like is that means agent code, and a database. Here we are using PostgreSQL database, and a front end application, and a CLI. CLI stands for command line interface. So command line interface means you will be doing the process by using commands. Okay, through the interface, like means commands through CLI you will give the commands. Okay, and then Redis and then Celery. So all these things are the components in our application. Okay, and here is the repository link, so you can directly click this repository link, and there will be an HTTPS and SSH link. So you can simply clone using this command, that is git clone and the repository. So once you hit that, the entire repository will be cloned into your directory. So here I have taken one folder called GenAI agents OS, and then I cloned this repository, and this is everything that got cloned into the system. Okay, those who haven't have any idea about Git, just go and learn some basics about Git, so that you can get some easy understanding of Git topic. Okay, if not, like, you can simply remember this command, git clone the repository. So this is the way of cloning a repository into your directory. So this is what you need to know. Okay, and there are readme.md files for each and every component, so that you can go and follow that for installing in your system. Okay, actually I have done this project in my old system. So this is my new system, and this is different OS, that is Mac OS. So I'll just go through this thing like step by step, but you can directly do, and if you have any doubts, just ping me, I can try to help you out. Okay, so yeah, so these are the main things that you need to understand. And coming to the technologies that you need to know, so everything we are developing using Python. So Python need to be good, like you need to get a very good understanding of Python, and you need to be perfect at Python. And the version that we are using is Python 3.12. So you can install that. And then you need to know about a Docker. So what is meant by Docker? So most of you don't have idea of Docker. So Docker is simply it is a container, so where if you develop a project or any software, you can simply put that into the Docker, and then you can export it, and you can easily get the Docker file, and then you can import it, and you can run that, and you can simply run the software into your system. So Docker is nothing but it's like a cover. It's like cover in the sense, like for example, you went to your grocery shop and you got your groceries bill. So once you got your grocery bill, everything is kept into cover, right? And with the help of cover, you will bring that into your home. So this is what you are carrying that groceries, right? Similarly, whatever the software that you developed, you are simply putting that software into a cover. So that cover is called Docker. Okay, you are using the Docker for carrying the software from one thing to other thing. Okay, so that this is the main usage of Docker. You simply remember Docker like this, so that you can understand well. Okay, so these are the things that you need to understand. Okay, and a simple git command and a bash commands, which you will getting familiar once you start looking at the videos and once you start practicing. Okay, so all these things need to be installed into your system and make your repository ready, and then you will be able to run your agent application in your system. Okay, this is what I want to tell in the video. So in the next week we'll be continuing about the component, so we'll see each and every component in detail from the next week. Okay, I hope you understand this video. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.